Howdy everybody, David here, and this is another Dungeons & Dragons character creation continuation, and this video is going into detail, and we are in the home stretch for leveling up Dritston, our level 15 Hill Dwarf Life Cleric, and this video will entail leveling Dritston from level 16 to the maximum of level 20, and basically going over everything from A to Z, including proficiency bonuses, everything from weapon attack bonuses, your skill checks, your saving throws, hit points, all of your spell slots, class features. So, like I said, we're in home stretch. Dritston's getting pretty powerful, and there was one thing that I wanted to amend from the last video. Now, as a life cleric, you get Divine Strike, and Divine Strike is a feature that you obtain at level 8. Now at level 4, and what Divine Strike does is it gives you an additional 1d8 damage, divine damage or radiant damage, one time per round. Now at level 14 that does upgrade, and on the Matrix it did not remind me of a Divine Strike upgrade like it does, Destroy Undead, Divine Intervention, and all the other class features that gets upgrades. So I did want to tell you that pay attention to that. Divine Strike is going to add an additional 2d8 radiant damage now. So for instance, whenever we attack with our Warhammer, which is +9 to hit, we'll do 1d8 +4 bludgeoning damage plus an additional 2d8 radiant damage. So we'll do a total of 3d8 +4. Really nice. Now if you crit, you basically you basically are going to add another weapon die onto that. So that's how it works. Add your modifier just once. Alright. So let's go ahead. I just wanted to let you guys know that because that was something that I overlooked. And I'm looking at the player's handbook here, and I'm looking at the matrix that it has for the cleric class, and it just unfortunately didn't have that on there. So we found some errata. Well, maybe not. Maybe they didn't want it added in there. So, all right, level 16, experience points, 195,000. 10 more hit points, taking Dritston's total to 163. And how we got 10 hit points a level was like this. The cleric can do a 1d8 plus constitution every level. Or you can take a flat 5. That's a great thing about 5e. It gives you the choice of rolling or taking the flat 5. But sometimes your dungeon master, he or she, will just say, hey, give me that roll. I do that for my Pathfinder game. But D&D 5e, I let the players choose. So we get the 5 for Dritston, plus his +4 con, which gives 9. And then he gets a racial feature, Dwarven Toughness, because he's a Hill Dwarf, and he gets an extra 1 hit point. So there's our 10 hit points per level. Really nice. So we're going to 16 out of combat hit dice heals. And now let's start looking at the other things that we get. So at level 16, we don't have to worry about an upgrade to the proficiency bonus. So that's a good thing. Now we will get an ability score improvement, which is really nice. So level 16, we will get an ASI, and we are going to go, seeing that our wisdom is maxed out. You can't take a stat past level 20 using ability score improvement. But what we want to do is we want to beef up our attacking a little bit. So let's go with an 18 strength, giving us a +4 modifier. Now, this is going to change several things for us. First off, we're going to get to adjust our saving throw modifier to +4, and the athletics skill check. And the athletics is the only strength-based skill check in D&D 5e. Now, it's also going to affect our attack for the weapons that we're proficient in, and we're proficient in Warhammer because of our Hill Dwarf, so we'll get a +10, and your mod does add in an extra bit of damage, and we are using a +1 Warhammer just in case we're fighting any kind of creature that requires a silvered or magical weapon to do damage. That will be a +9 and +4, and don't forget, you'll add in your Divine Strike damage, which is radiant. Okay, now that is pretty much everything that the strength increase is going to modify. Now I also want to do I also want to give a +1 suit of chainmail also. So let's go +1 chainmail, and it'll be 16 AC +1. So it'll be basically 17 AC. Now we're using a shield, and it's going to take our armor class from an 18 to a 19. So it's a pretty respectable armor class, and I'm sure you could probably get it higher if you wanted to go with plate mail, which we are using chain. And as you can see, 19 armor class, it's very high. There's not a lot of creatures in Dungeons and Dragons 5e that have a 19 or 20 armor class. There's a few, there are a few, the Roper, several others, but the majority, they're all natural armor. Just about everything is between a 13 armor class and about a 16 to 17. 18 gets a little bit more rare. 20 is a little bit more rare. Now when you're in the 20 to 22 range, you're talking Ropers and Ancient Dragons. Then 25 is Tiamat and the Tarask. So as you can see with a 19, you're sitting pretty. Okay, so that's it for our ability score improvement. It does not look like we are getting any other spell slot increases. No more cantrips, no more other class features either. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8 spell slots, they all stay the same. Our wisdom, spell save DC, attack bonus stays the same. However, we will gain another spell in our spell pool for the day. So let's go to the 8th level spells, and let's take we're going to take Anti-Magic Field. Anti-Magic Field is pretty nice. Not a whole lot of spells to choose from at level 8 or level 9, but whatever is there is pretty potent. So there we go. That should be just about everything for level 16. We'll save it now. Let's go to level 17. Dritzen's going to require, or your Cleric is going to require 225k experience points. Another 10 HP for Dritzton. Another hit dice heal. Now let's go back to the Matrix and see what we get. We get several features here. Well, first thing we're going to get is our proficiency bonus. This is the last proficiency increase. Excuse me. So, let's go ahead and add in +1 to all of our saving throws we're proficient in. Well, the 2 saving throws. And all of our skills that we are proficient in. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Next, we are going to be affected with our to hit. So now we're +11 to hit, +10 because of our for throwing. Remember, proficiency does not affect your damage modifier. Well, your damage, your damage bonus. It just does not. Now next, we're going to go ahead and change the last thing that's going to be affected is our spell save DC is going to go up by 1, and also our spell attack. So seeing that wisdom's our primary ability, and it is our ability that we use for spell casting for the Cleric. Spell save DC is 8 plus 6 for your proficiency, which is 14, plus wisdom, which is +5, 19 spell save DC, and then the attack bonus is the same thing minus the flat 8, so it's 6 plus 5 is 11. So we're in good shape there. We're right there. We're not shortchanging ourselves. So we get our we are also going to get our final upgrade for Destroy Undead. Really nice. So Destroy Undead works like this. Whenever you use your Turn Undead ability, your Channeled Divinity, we can currently cast it twice before a short or long rest. So whenever you cast Turn Undead on an undead creature, it makes a saving throw. Now, if that undead creature is a challenge rating 4 or below, it just automatically dies. It just basically evaporates into thin air from the radiant damage. So that's a really nice feature that was added on top of the Channel Divinity Turn Undead. Next, we are going to get our last Light Cleric Divine Domain feature, and this is called Disciple of Life. No, it's actually called Supreme Healing, I believe. Let me actually open up the book and look so I don't misquote this. I believe it is Supreme Healing. Yes, Supreme Healing. So Supreme Healing does this. When you would normally roll one or more dice to restore hit points with a spell, you instead use the highest number possible for each die. For example, if you are rolling a 2d6 to restore hit points, you will now restore 12 automatically instead of rolling dice. Hey, pretty nice. So if you're using a 5th level spell slot on a Cure Wounds, you will do 5d8 plus your healing bonuses. Straightforward. It's going to be 5d8, which is 40. You don't have to roll dice anymore for healing. It'll be a flat 40 plus whatever your healing bonus is. What is not to love about that? That's like the bread and butter of becoming a high level acolyte or a high level cleric is, you actually get to do max healing now. You don't have to worry about rolling dice and rolling a bunch of ones, and then your companion dies the next time because he gets hit again for the same amount of damage. So that's really nice. So we're going to put that down for level 17, and that's pretty much our last divine domain for the Life Cleric, and that's Supreme Healing. All random dice rolls for heals are automatically max. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at our spell slots now. No more cantrips. It doesn't look like we get any more 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. But we do get 9th level spells now we can cast. And we can cast one of them. So actually, level 17 was a pretty strong level for us. We got quite a few things. Now let's take a look at our level 9 cleric spells. I think I know what I want to take already. So I want to take Mass Heal. Mass Heal is a massive. That's a game changer. Mass Heal. So there we go. Mass Heal. Best level 9 cleric spell. It's like heals everybody back up to full. Well, within a certain amount of life pool. Really nice. Alright, so that looks like that is it for everything for level 17. Let's move on to level 18, shall we? We're going to make a life cleric out of you yet, Dridston. So level 18, we're going to need a total of 265,000 experience. Let's add 10 more HP on the Dridston. Let's add our other out of combat hit die heal. Now, level 18, we don't have to worry about proficiency. We don't have to worry about proficiency anymore. We're maxed out, so our saving throws, our skills are going to be the same unless we do something with our last ability score improvement last level, which we are. We are going to get to use Channel Divinity 3 times a day now. So we're going to come over here to our class features and do ×3 a day. And let's put that in parentheses also so it kind of sticks out a little bit more. So there you go. Channel Divinity, now we can use that 3 times a day now. And that looks like that is the only feature we are going to need. Well, that's actually all we're going to get at level 18. So let's take a look at our spell slots. No more cantrips, no more 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, we do. We are going to gain one more 5th level spell slot, taking us to 3 spells. So we need a 5th level spell slot. We will go to 3. And that's going to be it. Now we're also going to gain another spell, which of course we're going to take 9th level cleric spell, and we're going to take probably Gate. We're probably going to end up taking all of the level 9 spells, so let's go with a Gate now, and then we'll grab True Resurrection next time. we got another couple options for resurrection already. So that's it for level 18. We're getting there. This is the home stretch. We're level 19 now. Level 19 cleric needs 305,000. Another 10. Another out of combat, hit die heal. See how it speeds up the more and more that you do this? You really start to get a good system going. Proficiency bonus doesn't change again. We're going to get our last ability score improvement. So what we're going to do here at level 19, we're actually going to take another ASI. We didn't take any feats this time, but we will go ahead and we're going to take another +2 strength. He's going to be Dritzton's actually a really good fighter. I mean, he's actually going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. Okay. Going to maximum of 20. Once again, like I said, you can't take your ability score improvements, cannot take a stat past 20. So there we go. Now we're +5 to strength saving throws also. Pretty nice. And let's change our athletics check to +5. That's the only strength. We're going to adjust this to +12 and our damage to +6 because remember that's a magical weapon. +11 and then +5. Remember to add your divine strike damage, which is radiant damage on top of your weapon. Really nice. That's going to be it. That's going to be it for strength. That's our last ability score improvement. Now for spell slots, we probably will get another upgrade. No more cantrips, but we get no more 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. We gain another 6th level spell slot, so we're going to go from 1 to 2. And now we get to choose another spell. So for level 9, let's go ahead and take we could take Astral Projection or True Resurrection. Let's go True Resurrection. And then next level we'll take Astral Projection. Really nice. That's it. That's it for level 19, everybody. We're looking good. Last level, 20. You're going to need a total of 355k experience. Also, Dritzton has hit over 200 hit points. That is just with an 18 con. Of course, we did get 20 extra hit points because of our Hill Dwarf class racial feature. I'm sorry. Now we have our 20 hit die heals. It's enough to heal an army, although you can only heal yourself. Level 20, we are going to get our Divine Intervention. Now remember, Divine Intervention is when you call upon your deity for assistance. When you got Divine Intervention at level 10, you had to roll a percentile die. And you have to do that all the way up to level 19. But now at level 20, the perk is no more rolling percentile die. So whenever you want to talk to your deity, you just call out, if you're worshiping Thor or Tyr or, the Raven Queen, you just call out to your deity, and you better believe your deity is going to answer that level 20 cleric. There's probably not a lot of, clerics that are as experienced as your cleric, so you are going to hear back from your deity. So that is the level 20 feature. We're going to go Divine, if I can spell right, Divine Intervention Upgrade. No more percentile rolls. So your deity, oops, will automatically be in contact with you. So there you go. That is your last class feature at level 20. Divine Intervention upgrade. No more cantrips. You're going to get one more spell slot, which is a level 7 spell slot. So let's go down here to our level 7. We'll get another one for 2. And of course, our last level 9 spell that we're going to take is Astral Projection, a classic D&D spell. And there's Dritston. And like I said, folks, you can change your spells to whatever you want. But as long as you're a life domain cleric, your domain spells will never change, because those automatically, you gain those for being a life cleric. We ended up with a 19 spell save DC, a plus 11 spell attack bonus. Don't forget, you have, as a hill dwarf, don't forget everybody, you're going to get advantage on poison saving throws, and you also have resistance to poison damage. Resistance is you take half damage instead of taking full damage. Don't forget, if you're doing any kind of stonework type of history check, any kind of like investigation, anything like that, go ahead and double your proficiency. Stone Cunning allows you to do that. Alright, we're kind of poor at level 20, but I'm sure your Dungeon Master will probably hook you up. We did only have one magic item, well, 2 magic items, Warhammer +1 and Chainmail, because I really think in D&D 5e, with the proficiency bonus adds so much to the character. I really feel that, and magic items are nice to have, but I really feel that a +1 is really all you need. In my games, my players will have 2 and 3s, so it's just that much easier to hit something. Our initiative isn't the greatest, but hey, we ended up with a 20 strength, 20 wisdom, 18 constitution, over 200 hit points. Hell of a, to hit bonus, damage, divine strike. We're adding an additional 2d8. There you go, everybody. There is Dritston, our level 20 Hill Dwarf Life Cleric. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. Also, on the website tabletopping.net, I have 840 character sheets, so if you want to play any D&D 5e character, any level, 1 to 20, every class, every archetype. 840 sheets. Put them on your tablets, your iPhones, print them out, do whatever you want to do. Take them to your game, experiment, have fun, and I'll see you next time for the Druid. Take it easy.